What is going on? It is zmoT, TMOS, all of that awesome stuff. I am here on Dr.T Day. It is the Dr.T Day. It is DrT Volcano. I always have to think about that. I can't get it straight. I don't know what it is about the names of them, but I wish there was like a big, huge volcano in behind him that, I mean, there is in behind his picture there, but you just can't see it when his profile's there, so... Or if it said Dr.T, or if it just said Volcano Stage 1 or so, I don't know. This is just me spitballing stupid ideas. So we've got Everspark loaded. I'm going to go with that because I tend to use Everspark for these stages, as you probably already know. I'm going to drop you over there and you over here, and then some ladies in behind Everspark. Everspark can take a bit of a beating, so... And if she dies, it doesn't really matter because she never dies. She just gets knocked out. So, happy to have her lead the charge. Oops, need to get rid of those mines. And then just all GBE on the core. My wandering, crushing attacker types. Come on, take it down. Take it down. Here we go. Stage 1 down. And it's going to be awesome, and we're going to drop a smoke on the core, because that always increases your chances of getting prototype parts. I saw the prototype part there, that's not, I was going to say crystal, but then I saw the prototype part and changed my mind quickly. So, this is fairly basic stuff. I don't have a lot to add for these early stages, just use your GBE. And if you're a lower level, throw some rifles out front and magic will happen. I promise, there will be magic. Let's go. I'm gonna remote control something. And I've got a great solo for you after this. It's a solo on Forlorn Hope using a hero ability for awesomeness, and the core had 2.5 million health. So pretty awesome solo. Pretty exciting stuff. Was one of those things where we expect, the note said 2 attacks, and then we actually had a guy who is fairly active on Discord. His name is Klaus or Claus, or I'm guaranteed to be saying it wrong. Klaus, I think that's Klaus. Apologies, Mr. Klaus. But he said, well, why don't you just use Everspark? And all of a sudden the light came on and it was magical. So. And he is self-proclaimed as not having seen these bases. I think he was in a 10-member task force, and so he hasn't done a number of the Forlorn Hope attacks. But it just goes to show, chat. If you're in a task force and there is not just a ton of chatter, I don't know what the point of the task force is. I always tell people, get in a task force and be the worst player in that task force. Don't intentionally suck, but try to be the worst person in a task force, because that way you're going to learn a ton and ask a bunch of questions. Get around knowledgeable players, because either play with your friends or play with better players. That's my general and if you can play like Triangle 9, I play with people that I like and they're all better than me, so it's like a double winning style. That's generally my philosophy on these sorts of things. Is just play with people who are better than you and make you learn, and that are impressive to watch, because if you're the best player in your task force, you're probably not having all that much fun. So just an idea. I mean, obviously everyone has different philosophies, but I've heard actually on the topic of task forces, I've heard a couple people ask if my task force is a standard YouTube task force, and I kind of had to ask like what they meant, and it turns out I guess people just assumed that if you're a YouTuber and you have a task force, you don't actually take part, you just kind of like show attacks once in a while or something. I don't really know what that was all about, but all of our task forces are full of people who actually do attacks, and I'm in there chatting and giving suggestions and making fun of people just as much as everyone else. So if you're wondering if our if we're present or something, yes, come in. Our chat logs are flying off the charts. Like, there's messages, I didn't check this, messages 4 minutes ago, and we're doing Forlorn Hope, by the way. I'm back in Small 9. Let's just have a look. Small 9. And they've done Forlorn Hope the last couple, which is crazy. And they got all bases except for one down. I say they because I wasn't in the task force for that one operation, but I am back now. So jumping around. I hadn't been in Baby 9 before, so I jumped into Baby 9 for a while. And now I'm back in Small 9. Yay, 12%. But yeah, just stuff. Let's see. Oh, I like this. I like these ones. This is a prime opportunity for a barrage retreat. But we're not going to get it. That's good. That's good. Let's get rid of these. Hopefully I can take them down in 2 artillery. Hopefully. Nope, gonna do a barrage retreat. I'm gonna move my barrage a little bit north, or a little bit 12 o'clock-ish, 11 o'clock-ish. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna move my barrage a little bit this way in the hopes that we can get that top flamethrower down and these bottom mines down. No, because what I want to do is I want to be able to get these down in 2 artillery. But then I missed these mines. So we're gonna try again. Barrage retreats for the win. I've been snapping a lot lately on the streams. My youngest son has been clapping like crazy lately. If that's his new thing, is clapping. So maybe it's inspired me to snap along. Let's go. It looks like we're not going to get that in. I'm going to try one more time if this doesn't get it. Yeah, like it's so close. I just need one more rocket to land on there. This is my last try, and then we'll just forge ahead. Shouldn't need a ton of GBE, but I just like to do it properly. Let's get it done properly. I think that barrage is probably too far towards the back, but we'll see. 1, 2... I don't know why I'm not hitting that boom cannon at the same time. Like, just stupid. It's much... I realize that I make silly little mistakes, and it drives me a little bit crazy, so... And please point them out. I want to hear what I'm doing wrong and how I can improve. That is, oh, look at this. We got a good barrage. Hopefully this goes down in 2. If not, I'll just use another artillery and we'll call it a day. Look at that. Perfect barrage. And we get 9 GBE back. See, that's the kind of stuff that I like to figure out and do properly. I like to do things properly. It's as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop nice and wide. And as soon as that shock launcher turns... I'm going to drop my first smoke. It turned, and I was a little bit late, but we should be okay. There we go. Not a problem. Lots of health on these ladies. And then we're going to get right into this corner. Going to drop Everspark last. Always drop Everspark last because she walks faster. And then we'll do 2 smokes into the corner. Bam! I don't know why I have Everspark loaded, to be completely honest, but we're just going to take out this... We'll take out that sniper tower just because, I mean, it doesn't really need to be taken out, but we'll do it nonetheless, and we'll draw a little bit of fire. Uh-oh, need to get that medkit out sooner. Sloppy. But Stage 5 is my nemesis for some unknown reason. That's all I got for that. Stage 5 down. Now I'm assuming, making an ass out of you and me, that we need to get brick in here. Yes, we do. There's no free GBE, or not much free GBE. So, level 5 mine. Oh, I like it when I actually scout mines and realize that there's no need to get rid of them. That makes me happy. Those mines definitely are dangerous though. So, we're looking at 1, 2, 3 shocks and dance parties. So, speaking of parties, I don't know why, but I just have dessert on the brain. We had one of my favorite top 5 desserts, top 3 desserts is Dairy Queen ice cream cake, and that's what my son got for his birthday, which is always exciting. But someone suggested carrot cake for an 8-year-old's birthday, and to me that is just blasphemy. Carrot cake should never be designated as a cake, and I don't really understand. Carrot cake is just, that's like a snack. That's not dessert in my professional opinion. And so anytime I hear someone talk about carrot cake, carrot cake is the worst kind of cake, in my professional opinion. I mean, and let me know in the comments. I feel like I don't ask enough of these sorts of questions as far as like what my watchers are interested in, and let me know in the comments if you think carrot cake deserves to be anywhere in the conversation of desserts. I don't think it does, but that's just me. Uh-oh. This is gonna be... Get going, battle orders. This was sloppy. Too busy thinking about how terrible carrot cake is. There we go. So that was not bueno, but it worked. So just shock properly. 3 shocks, battle orders, and it'll go down. And remember, these are level 5 mines by the shore, so you can just ignore them. I got too jacked up about carrot cake. Uh-oh, 43 diamonds. Forgot to reload the diamonds. Another thing, someone was asking why I don't just buy the 5,000 pack or whatever it is, or the 50,000 or 14,000 pack. I am a cheap. Actually, I prefer to use the term frugal. The way it was described to me is you're cheap if you don't tip, you're frugal if you use a coupon, if that makes any sense. I tip well, I just don't like spending more money than I have to, so hope that makes sense. But if I have 14,000 diamonds, I would spend them all tomorrow. Just like the same reason why I don't carry cash around. If I have cash in my wallet, I might as well just throw it on the ground because I spend it. And it's a bad thing, so I just don't carry cash, and that's my solution. And not having 14,000 diamonds does the exact same thing for me, so you just gotta know your weaknesses. And my weaknesses are, if I've got it, I'll use it. And so not having it is the best possible solution for me. Do we have anything in range that I'm not seeing here? No, I don't think we do. You can see there, you can flare right to the kill zone. No need for anything crazy. 1, 2... I don't think I only need 2 shocks. Look at that. 2 shocks, core hit on stage 7. That never happens. I've got tons of GBE left. I don't even have to use a med kit. So, stage 7, that was easy. So, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully that helps. I mean, this is an easy volcano. I've only lost 3 zookas there. That was probably the easiest. Yes, all 20 long rounds. That's a bit of a bug. Speaking of 20 rounds, people keep mumbling and rumbling and talking about Mega Crab, and I have no idea when it's coming, but I'm a little bit... I hope it doesn't come for a little bit. Now that's... People probably get all grumpy about that. I'm going to switch right now to my operation attack that I was going to show. Let's go like this. Bum-ba-da-ba. Okay, so here's the operation attack. I'll explain the crab thing in a second, but full boost. This is a 6-4 account, 4 troop damage, 6 GBE, and on any kind of Callisto, we tend to drop on the right-hand side, and that is just to get as much GBE as humanly possible. Now, a lot of task forces will do the diagonal, the 45-degree angle to the core. We don't tend to do that, and a lot of people will also ignore these boom cannons, but we like to get all of the GBE. Now, this barrage is intentionally done to clear all the boom mines, obviously, and then there's going to be an artillery that comes in, and the reason for this artillery is we want to damage that very back mortar, because we're going to use Everspark. And so these critters clearing... Now, on these cells on the right-hand side, we tend to get 3. Once you get 3, it's time to get out of there. Otherwise, you end up being in that rocket launcher range. And when I say 3, I actually mean 6, like 3 of the doubles. Now this flare comes all the way across. We use an intermediate flare to get super low below the water. That way you only have to use 1 smoke at shore. It's tight, but you can do it every single time in this configuration. So then the flare is directly below the mortar, just to get them walking. And again, Everspark comes out late. Always drop your hero late because they walk faster. I've seen so many attacks lately where the hero is dropped at the same time and people try and do long flares and it is just instant fail. Now, drops the smoke and then drops a new flare. And the reason for that flare is if the Zookas get to the existing flare below the mortar, they will spread around the mortars and they will hit some of those boom mines and it would be a very bad thing. Then of course, 2 smokes at the end. We love throwing the 2 smokes at the end. That way, if they spread a little bit, there is some room for them to spread back into the bottom smoke. Now, critters in the last smoke, also great. So now what's going to happen here is critters show, shocks come out, remote comes out, and now watch this. Everything, that mortar is working as a shield. Everything below is crushing that mortar. We've got the boom cannon shocked with the rocket launchers just to keep the mortar alive. New remote comes out, and 2.4 million damage with, like, I think he loses like 11 zookas or something like that. Not a lot. Very, very, very well done. So let me know what you think about that. If you think, even if you see an improvement, if you guys do a diagonal, or if you just hate Callisto because of the pathing, because Callisto does suck, and I've many task forces I've been in hate Callisto, just like Machina, but once you figure it out, it is fantastic. Now back to the Mega Crab. The reason why I don't look forward to Mega Crab coming is every time Mega Crab happens, there are a number of players that quit the game. They just get burnt out playing Mega Crab and they quit, and some of them come back, some of them don't. So that's why I'm a little bit nervous about Mega Crab coming. I kind of assume it's going to be in late June or early July, just based on previous Mega Crabs, but I don't know. So anyways, I'm going to go watch my waters for some fish and some turtles. Let me know what you think about the Operation Attack, about Dr. T this week, and most importantly, let me know what your favorite dessert is, because for me, it's cheesecake's up there, ice cream cake's up there, and carrot cake is down the very, very bottom and shouldn't even be considered a dessert, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's all I got. Totally off topic. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.